Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Students, take out your language tree book and page number is 36. Unit number 7, page number 36. As mentioned on the board, page number 36, unit number 7. Okay, now we will start reading. Expository text means explaining or describing something. Expository means explaining or describing something. Text is any text, any topic, and its details. Now, see, in speaking heading, what do you know about forest fires? What do you know about forest fire? How forest fires uh, lit, and what would you like to know? Think three of questions. How forest fires? What do you know about forest fires? And what are the three questions about forest fires in your mind? You have to think about that, and at the end of the lecture, you have to tell me what are those three questions about forest fires that you want to know. Now scan the passage to find the answers to these questions. I'm reading this. Scan the passage to find the answers to these questions. And question number 1 is, how do forest fires start? Do people ever start fires deliberately? Now these are the two questions which we will find the answer after reading this. That how do forest fires starts, and do people start that deliberately? Deliberately means they themselves put fire in the forest deliberately. Now, danger, forest fires. Forests are important. Now we will read about how forests are important for us. Forests provide shade, food and shelter for plants and animals. What does forest do? They provide us food, they provide us shelter, and they provide food for plants and animals as well. Forests provide fuel, food, raw material and medicines for people. Forests help to provide the oxygen which we need to breathe. One of the greatest threats to our forest is fire. It destroys people's home and our precious environment. Now, if the forests are destroyed, it destroyed many homes of the animals as well, of many birds and many people living nearby the forest. And it also destroys our environment. It creates a lot of carbon dioxide when the forest is set on fire. When the fire burns, there's a lot of clouds above in the sky, and it creates very much pollution, and it destroys our environment as well. How do forest fires start? Now, first we have read about the importance of the forest. Now we are going to read about how the fire is starting. Now look at this pie chart. This is a great example to tell you how forest fires, what percentages are given here about the forest fire, how it is set. Now see, the majority of forest fires are started by humans. The pie chart below shows how fires recorded in 1 year in Pakistan started. Now look at this pie chart. This blue one, the blue part, it shows 5% cigarette ends. When people visit the forest, they light the cigarette there and they throw that filter of the cigarette like this only, and the fire is started by that cigarette. You know, fire is started by the little cigarette as well. And look at this green part. 90% careless agricultural work is being done nearby the forest, and 19% of the fire is set by careless agriculture work. And this purple part, which is 31%, what does it show? It shows deliberate. Deliberate means the people set the fire deliberately by themselves. They put the fire, because some people like to see the fire, and they so for their happiness, they set the forest, the whole forest, and they set the whole environment. They destroy the whole environment for themselves, for their pleasing nature. And this, the orange part, it is 45%, and it is still unknown that it is the highest percentage. 45% is the highest percentage, but it is still unknown the reason how the fire in the forest is set. And most people say it is probably by the cause of humans. Humans are the causes of this fire. Now, if you will see this chart carefully, you will understand how much percentage is required in each part. 5% by cigarettes, 19% by careless agriculture work, 31% deliberately, जानबूझ के लगाते हैं आग, and this 45% orange one. It is probably by the humans. Humans set the forest on fire for their need or for their pleasiness, whatever the reason are there. Now I'm going to read this part. This one. Fires are often started deliberately. Some landowners set fire to trees in order to clear land to plant crops. Hunters and loggers start fires to clear paths through the forest. Now see, people, the landowners set fire by themselves deliberately so that they could, after removing that area, they could plant their own crops there. Hunters and loggers start fire to clear paths through the forest. When the hunters come, they for hunting purpose, they clear the path for themselves so that they could hunt easily. So they set the forest on fire. So there are many reasons why the forests are set on fire. Now take out page number 36. I am reading this page, page number 37. Many forest fires are started accidentally by people who burn garbage at illegal dumps or by sparks which fly from machines. Now, many forest fires are started accidentally by people, like they are not supposed to set the fire, but accidentally it happens by people. The people who burn garbage on the illegal dumps or the sparks which fly from machines. So these are the two reasons: illegal dumps or by sparks which fly from machines. They burn the garbage at illegal dumps and the machines which are working nearby the forest. If the forest is set, the fire is set by just little spark of a fire. So if there is a little spark of a fire in a forest, the forest is set into fire. Visitors who smoke and have barbecues often start fires without even knowing that they have done so. Now the visitors who visit in the forest for picnic or for camping, they do barbecues party there and they smoke there. So the little spark left in that ash or in that smoke which set the fire. Finally and most worryingly, there are some people, including children, who start fire just because they enjoy watching them burn. Now, see, this is the reason which I was talking about. The people deliberately burn fires in the forest for their pleasiness, like children, and there are some people who like to watch and enjoy the fire, so they just burn the fire in the forest. Forest fires lead to floods. Now, if the forests are set on fire, all the forests are destroyed. What will happen? The rate of flooding will be increased. How? Because the soil of the trees and their roots, they hold the soil and they absorb the water of rain. When it rains heavily, the soil absorbs all the water through the roots of the trees. When there are no trees, there are no roots, the soil gets very soft and it easily carried away by the water of the rain. So this is the main reason of causing floods. Forest fires take place in the dry season, but their effect on the environment continues long afterwards. You know, a tree grows in the trees which are in forest, they are 70 to 100 years old. After that, a forest is created. So it is not easy to create forest in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It takes many years to create a forest, and it takes seconds to destroy the forest. It takes seconds to set fire in the forest. But their effect on the environment continues long afterwards. Destruction of the forest results in soil erosion, which can lead to flooding. In a forest, the trees form a strong network of roots. Now look at this picture. Now these are 3 trees, and look at the roots which are here. In a forest, the root creates a very important part. The roots network is really strong under the soil of the trees. In a forest, the trees form a strong network of roots that keep the soil in place. The roots keep the soil in place. When the trees are no longer there, the soil gets washed away in rainy weather. Like I have told you, when there are no trees, when there is no roots in the soil, so the soil is carried away very easily, washed away very easily in the forest after the rainy season. So which is the cause of flooding. This means that heavy rain is no longer able to soak away into the soil, and this causes flooding. So if there are no trees in the forest, the soil will be no longer able to soak away the water of rain. So it just caused the rain just carried away the soil as well with itself, and it caused the flooding. It is a cause of very huge flooding. Can a forest recover? Now this is a very good question. Can a forest recover? But as I have told you, it took 70 to the trees in the forest are about 70 to 100 years old, and it took many years to grow a plant into a tree. Yes, but it can take many years. The average age of a forest tree is about 70 to 100 years. The average age of a tree is 70 to 100 years. And trees in some forests can be many hundreds of years old. And trees in the forest can be of many hundred, more than 100 years. It could be 110, it could be 120 years old. So the greater the tree is old, the more its roots will be stronger, and more it will be able to absorb the water of rain in itself in the soil. Now take out page number 38, this one. Take out page number 38. Page number 38. Finding information, categorization. Now we have to categorize these things. Example: oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. These all are gases. So we will write in front of it gases. So we have to see what are these things, and we have to categorize it. We have to write the name. Now see number 1, tractor, motorcycle and truck. What it is? It is vehicle. These all are vehicles. Tractor, motorcycle. We are doing question number 1. Name the category. Number 1. Name the category. Now number 2. Fly, bee and mosquito. What are they? Fly, bee and mosquito. They are insects. Number 3. Hibiscus, rose and lily. These are flowers. Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. What are they? Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad, Pakistani cities. Or we can just write cities. These are cities of Pakistan. We write Pakistan cities. Look at number 5, flood, volcano, and hurricane. These are natural disasters. What are they? These are natural disasters. Number 6, dog, human, cow. Now see, there are humans and there are animals in it. Dog, human, and cow. So these are mammals. Dog, human, and cow, these are mammals. Number 7, HIV, AIDS, malaria, and pneumonia. These are diseases. And number 8, soft maple, teak, mohonge. These are trees. These are the names of trees. Now look at question number 3 on page number 38. Question number 3, page number 38. Below is a list of titles of books. In which books might you find information about forest? How to find information in the books? Now these are the names of some books. Now they are saying look at the top, look at the headings of these books and how you will find out that these books are what information these books give. Now see how we have to find it out. First of all, we have to look at the title. Do you think the book might answer your question? Look at the title, look at the content list, look in the index. Now, Asian Book of Trees. Does it sound like it will give us information about forest? No. It is Asian Book of Trees. It gives us the information about trees. So we now second one is how to make wooden toys. Does it sound like it will give us information about forest trees or forest fires? No, it is the book about how you have to make wooden toys. Now look at number 3, environment in danger. Environment in danger. This is the heading which sounds like how environment will be in danger. Of course, after the forests are all the forests are set on fire, all the forests are destroyed, removed from the Earth planet. So our environment will be destroyed. So this is the heading. Circle it, environment in danger, which gives us a clue that it will be about forest fires. Now look at number 4, deep sea diving. No, it does not give us information about forest fire. Number 5, causes of flooding. Causes of flooding. Flood is also caused by forest fires. When the forests are destroyed by the fires, so it is the main reason of causing the flood. So circle this also, causes of flooding. Number 6, exploring rivers in Pakistan. It is about rivers. It does not give us information about forest fire. So only 2 books which give us information about forest fire, which are environment in danger. Circle this number 3 and circle number 5, causes of flooding. You have to circle these 2. Now come on page number 39. Now see this question and this what they have said. Look at the title. First we have to look at the title and then we have to look at the content list. So they have mentioned here one of the content list of the one of the book. This is the content list from a book called Our Island Environment, in which 3 chapters might you find information about forest fire. What are those three chapters? Look at chapter number 2 in this content. Forest. Chapter 5, threats to the environment. And chapter 6, protecting the environment. Chapter 5, threats to the environment. Chapter 6, protecting the environment. Forest, number 2, number 5, and number 6. These three are the chapters which are related to the forest fires. So you have to just underline or circle these three chapters. This is just an example for you. This is just an example for you. This is the content of one book. They have mentioned here what three things we have to look in the book for the to find out whether this book is related to our topic or not. Number one is we have to look at the title of the book. We have seen here the titles. After that, look at the content list. Which is the content list? This is the content list. We have seen here which chapters are related to our topic. And after that, look in the index, and then you have to look in the index. Can you find any important words from your questions? Now see page number 39. Language relative clauses. Now what are relative clauses? Page number 39. Language relative clauses. I am now going this part. We are going to do this part of the exercise. Page number 39. Relative clauses. I am reading this green box. What information we are having in this green box? Now see. We can use who and which to join two sentences. Now we are going to learn the uses of who and which. We are going to learn the uses of who and which. How, when, and where we are going to use who and which. We can use who and which to join two sentences. We use who and which to join two sentences. Who refers to a person. When we are talking about person, we will use who. Like if I ask you, who are you? You are a person, so I am using who. I will not say which are you. I will say who are you. Fires are started by people. People burn garbage. Now I am reading this example. Fires are started by people. People burn garbage. Fires are started by people who burn garbage. Now these are two different sentences. You can see the full stop in the sentence. Fires are started by people. Then there is full stop. After that, there is next sentence. People burn garbage. Now we will join these two sentences by using who. Fires are started by people who burn garbage. We will remove the full stop. We will use who instead of people, and then the rest of the sentence will be same. Who burn garbage. Now we will see where which is used. Which refers to a thing or animals. Who refers to people and which refers to things or animals. Anything in the world and any animal in the world. You will use which for it. Now if I ask which pet do you have at your home, I will not ask you who pet. I will say which pet do you have in your home and who is your mother. So these are the two questions. Who is used for person and which is used for animals and things. Forests provide oxygen. We need oxygen to breathe. Now look at this sentence. Forests provide oxygen. There's full stop here. And then in the next sentence, we need oxygen to breathe. Now oxygen is also a thing. So look at the next sentence. Forests provide oxygen which we need to breathe. Now which is referring to oxygen and forest. These both are things. Forests are also things and oxygen is also a thing. Forests provide oxygen. We will remove the full stop and instead we will use which we need to breathe. I hope you have understand this. Now look at this. Join each pair of sentences with who or which. These are 8 sentences given below. You have to join them by using who or which depending on the situation of the sentence. Now I will just quickly give you example of 2 to 3 questions here, 2 to 3 sentences here. He threw. Now look at number 1 sentence. He threw away a cigarette. A cigarette here is full stop. It began to burn. Now I'm doing this for you on the board. Page number 39. We are doing exercise of page number 39. Number 1 is he threw away a cigarette. It began to burn. Now, when you will write this exercise in your copy, you will write, just write your answer. He threw away a cigarette. Now, we will remove this full stop and instead we will use which. Cigarette is a thing, so we will use which for it. Which began to burn. So this is one example, and you have to do the rest of the sentences like this. Now look at number 2. We put out the barbecue. We had made it for our picnic lunch. Now barbecue is also a thing. So you will remove full stop and you will write with instead of it. And you will join these 2 sentences. When you are joining 2 sentences, you remove the full stop. Full stop is not used for it. You will remove the full stop to join 2 sentences and you will use which or who instead of them. Now take out page number 40. Page number 40. This is page number 40. How to find information on. You just have to match the words on the left, on their definitions on the right. These are the words, you have to match them with their definitions. And I'm just writing your homework, which you have to do on your copies. Homework is page number 38, question number 1. Page number 39, question number 1. Relative clause. Page number 40, question number 2. On page number 38, this is the work, you have to do it on your copies. This question number 1. And on page number 39, this is the question number 1 I have mentioned with relative clause, which you have to do in your copies. And then the last one is this matching on page number 40, question number 2. This is also you have to do it in your copies. I will send you question answers through WhatsApp and words meaning. And if there are any word sentences for it, that also I will send you. Find the meaning of these words which are given here in this column on the internet and Whatever definition you get, these are the definitions here. You have to find the word and the definition on the internet, and you have to match these columns. Okay, understand? Match